Hello. Today I'm sitting in my living room in a pile of flowers. A lot of flowers. Ow. There are hundreds of flowers that I have purchased from the Dollar Tree because I am a very stressed bride. And I need to DIY several centerpieces for the tables at my reception. The first step to creating a wedding reception centerpiece is to clip all of these flowers using a wire cutter. In the past, I have made the painful mistake of cutting these things with scissors. Ow! And trust me, you need a wire cutter to cut wire. Shocking, I know. This is a bushel of pale yellow roses. Once it's clipped, they should look roughly like this. I did the math, and I have purchased around 600 of these flower groupings. Each of them have 5 flowers on them. So if you times 600 times 5, you get around 3,000 flowers that are sitting in my living room. That is quite literally hundreds and hundreds of flowers in my living room for 100,000 subscribers. I thought this would be the perfect video for our 100,000 subscriber milestone video. Every time I open my YouTube app, I am truly astounded that I am still at almost 100,000 subscribers. I am shocked by this information, and I really am very thankful to you if you watch my videos or if you've subscribed. We're getting sentimental here, guys. But seriously, you are all represented here on my living room floor by one of these beautiful Dollar Tree flowers. I call being a piece of moss. Or you could be a leaf, too, if that interests you.
What?
So we have all of these flowers clipped, and we need somewhere to stick the flowers. The flowers have to be stuck into something called floral foam. I bought this at the Dollar Tree, and they are meant for the flowers. But where does the floral foam go? I'm glad you asked. I also purchased a lot of candle holders from the Dollar Tree. Everything in this video is actually purchased from the Dollar Tree. I thought that these candle holders were so beautiful, and I looked at them and I said, wow, look, if you stack them on top of each other, it's almost like they look like one of those really pretty vases. That's unstable. We need some glass glue. Here is my E6000 glue. It's a very strong glue that works really well on glass in particular. I also have some protective gloves. And I am going to be gluing all of this Dollar Tree glass together. I didn't really show you a good shot of these Dollar Tree bowls, but this is a glass bowl purchased from the Dollar Tree, and I'm placing a candle holder on top of it. After I've done that, I'm taking a second candle holder, and I'm going to stick that on top of the other candle holder. This will be more stable than the test case because it'll actually have glue on it. So we have a bowl, a candlestick, and now we need to add glue to the top candlestick so that we can place a Dollar Tree bowl on top of it. The idea is to basically create a glass vase out of these dollar store glass items. Once that's all been placed together, I'm wiping off any of the excess glue that is dripping. It dries clear, so it won't be a problem. And finally, we have now constructed a $4 vase that can serve as a base for our floral foam. If you recall, we need the floral foam to stick the flowers into, and we need the glass to stick the floral foam into. Get it?
It's so confusing.
Once these vases have all been constructed, they should look something like this. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 vases here. I actually made 12, but I only made 9 on camera. Oop, I think I have a sneeze. God bless you.
Ow.
A difficult decision lies ahead. Which flower will I start with? The 2-shaded pink rose. I started off by placing these flowers with 1 on each side of the rectangle. So that's roughly 5 per vase. Can you tell I was a math major in college? There are 8 letters in the name Bellamena. This 5 per vase rule quickly went out the window when I realized how many extra flowers I actually had. At that point, I started to just stick the roses wherever I felt like it and stopped whenever it felt like it was the correct time to stop. I then moved on to this pale yellow flower. It's almost a white cream color, and I started to do the same process, just sticking the flowers in places that I felt like it looked good. Well, that's not actually accurate. I did have a method to my madness. My goal was to have things look balanced and not have too much of one color in one spot. After that felt like it was done, I moved on to these blue hydrangeas. They're a very bright blue, admittedly, but I really wanted my floral arrangement to have pink, yellow, and blue. I don't really have a good explanation for why I wanted pink, yellow, and blue, other than I just felt like they looked nice together. After that was done, I moved on to these white hydrangeas. My reasoning for using the white hydrangeas was because I wanted something to fill in the gaps that was kind of neutral. So I am not a florist. I think we all know that. I know nothing about florology. Sorry, that's not a word. Floral is florist, floral designs. I don't know anything about it. So I was just doing this by eye and based on what I felt like looked good. The flowers that I have in my wedding mass are going to be more quote unquote
sophisticated.
I feel like people tend to see really bright and vibrant colors and think that it's kind of childish, but I genuinely love really bright and vibrant colors. While my wedding mass bouquets will be more sophisticated and mature, they will have less colors, basically. They'll have ivory, cream, and light pink. I decided to make these reception centerpieces be very bright, vibrant, cheerful, happy, joyous. Now I'm just saying synonyms. My point is, I feel like people have a tendency to see really bright colors and think that you're immature because you like bright colors. But that is not the case here. We're going to have a very classy, nice wedding affair with some really bright colors. I started to stick these brighter yellow flowers into the centerpieces and then got so exhausted. Oh my gosh, I need a break. Get up. And we're moving on to these beautiful white lilies. For the lilies, I only wanted a few of them in each of the centerpieces. I really chose very specific locations. And now we're placing these purple flowers. I don't know what they're called. They look like this. I placed these very sparingly as well, only put a few in each centerpiece just to add a pop of color and fill things in. I also added these blue flowers that I do not know the name of, but I added around 3 or 4 to each centerpiece. After that, it was time for some leaves. Raise your hand if you are a leaf in this scenario. I had to clip a few more that I missed. I placed the leaves towards the bottom of the arrangement. I don't know why I'm making that face. I look upset. That's done, and I'm taking out some baby's breath. Grossest flower name by far. This is also the worst angle of the video because I have a giant bun blocking almost every shot of me putting a baby's breath into this arrangement. This is 5-star quality YouTubing at work. Here, today. Oh look, a better angle. I look upset, and that is because I am. For the last flower in this arrangement, I will be putting these drooping flowers. I'm hitting myself. Please stop. I am so tired. I added the dripping blossoms to the arrangements, and now I would like to actually show you my bridesmaid dresses. These are a deep fuchsia, and this is my dog, Brownie. He just turned 16 a couple days ago. Happy birthday, Brownie. In person, these are a deep fuchsia color, but for some reason, when I go close to them with the camera, they look like a hot pink. I swear to you, these are deep fuchsia. My sister Alina, who is my maid of honor, has a special bow on the back, and everyone has pockets. This is closer to the color they are. I have also created several other floral arrangements for my wedding that I did not actually have time to show, but I did want to show you this. By the grace of God, I found this in a Dollar Tree. It can go on my cocktail hour tables. I created 2 of these arrangements for my dais, which is basically a table that the bride and groom sit at. And then the main focus of this video was creating these 12 centerpieces for each of the 12 tables at my wedding reception. I realized that these centerpieces are very bright and very colorful, and that might not be everyone's style, but I really wanted something that was cheerful and happy. The only thing I don't like about them are actually the baby's breath. I thought I could get past it, but if you look really closely at the baby's breath, you will realize that they are actually just balls of foam. So I decided to just totally get rid of that. I went on Amazon and purchased some better quality baby's breath, and I'm going to be placing those in the centerpieces instead. Other than that, I love the way these turned out, especially next to my bridesmaid dresses. I know that this was not a typical video for me, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway. It seemed like you guys were interested in seeing stuff about my wedding, and I was DIYing this, so I thought it would be a good fit for a 100,000 subscriber milestone. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next week for another video. Bye!